Good, my name's Chef Justine. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making braised beef carnitas. Koi everyone, I'm Chef Justine. Welcome to my kitchen. Today's recipe is going to be quite effortless. We're going to be making like a braised beef bowl slash taco. I'll show you a couple different ways you can prep it, eat it, and whatnot. So that's what we're doing. So I have myself here a nice big chunk of beef blade roast. It's a tough cut of meat. We're gonna want to do it low and slow. So you can either do it in your oven, your slow cooker, or if you want to hurry it up a bit, you can do it in your pressure cooker slash Instapot, whatever you want to call it. But I'm gonna be doing it in my Dutch oven here. We're gonna be starting it on the induction, and then it's gonna cook in the oven for at least 8 hours. So that's gonna heat up. And while that's heating, we're gonna season our meat. So of course, we're gonna do the salt and the pepper. And in here, I have about 2 tablespoons each of chipotle pepper, crushed chipotle pepper, oregano, and garlic powder. You can do chili powder if you want instead, but this is just what I'm using today. Give that a little mixy mix. And I'm gonna put at least half of it on this side here. I'm gonna push it in there good and well. And then again on the other side, I'm just gonna go back in with my fingers because I'm using all of the seasoning anyway. I'm gonna try and get it on the sides as much as possible. Also, I'm gonna be using some salt, of course, and some pepper. So anything that falls off, we're just gonna try and pick it up with the sides of the beef. Just really try and make sure it's in there. You might have this little butcher's twine. You can take that off to really get the seasoning inside. So see how nicely coated that is? Literally everywhere I can fit the seasoning, I am, just everywhere possible. So now my pan is nice and smoky. I'm gonna add in just a bit of olive oil. You can hear it hit, that's nice and hot. And I'm gonna put my beef in. We wanna brown it on both sides. And that sizzle that you're hearing is exactly what you want to get it brown, even a bit harder if possible. I'm still getting used to this induction burner, so I don't want it to be, I don't want to go too hard with it. So we're gonna let that go for at least 2 minutes per side. Maybe a little longer, but at least 2 minutes. It's been about 2 minutes, so we're gonna flip it. You see all that nice color on there? That's exactly what we want. So we're gonna let that brown for another 2 minutes before we add in our broth. So it's been about another 2 minutes. I'm going to add my beef broth at this point. I have about 1 liter here. But once that comes to a full simmer, I'm going to put the pot, once it comes to a full simmer, I'm going to put the lid on the pot and I'm going to put it in the oven at around 200 degrees, 225 maximum for around 8 hours. I want to make sure that it comes apart really, really easily, that we can shred it apart easily. So that's what we're looking for. Again, you can use your pressure cooker if you want to speed things up, or you can use your slow cooker during the night or during the day while you're at work. Or you can, if you feel comfortable and if you know your oven, you can even keep this in the oven, I would say at 200 degrees while you sleep at night. I'll put the lid on to make it simmer a little quicker. All right, so at this point, the beef has been cooking for about 10 hours at 200 degrees. Again, you can use your pressure cooker, you can use your slow cooker, do it overnight or while you're at work all day, your call. So the beef is pretty well done, but I'm going to make a pineapple salsa to go with the beef. So I already cut up some pineapple here. We have about 2 cups or so. And then I have a little can of jalapeno, chopped up jalapenos. Plus I added just a little extra because I like the heat. We're gonna do, I'd say this is about half a cup or so of cilantro, stems and all. And at least half an avocado just to add some creaminess. If it's not creamy enough, we'll add more. I'm gonna do just a bit of salt and pepper to help bring out the flavors, of course. As always, you don't have to add salt or pepper if you don't want to. I just like to add it. It really helps bring out the flavors. I have some limes here in case it's not acidic enough. I don't typically put them in right away because pineapple already has a lot of acidity, but I'm going to keep them on hand just in case. That is so good. Just trying to find a container to put it into. Oh, here we go. So this salsa will be good in your fridge for about 4 days. So now that the beef is done, we're gonna shred it in another bowl, dish, whatever. That smells so good. You see how it's just falling apart? That's what we were looking for. And now we're just going to take 2 forks and pull it, shred it, just like you would pulled pork. And it's so easy, very little effort required. If you wanted, you could even let it cool down completely and use your hands. I wouldn't suggest doing it directly out of or off of the heat because that's pretty hot. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's some steam coming up and it's been off for a couple minutes. So this is what we're working with, nice and shredded. Now that broth, don't throw it away. You can do many things with that broth. If you wanted to, you could take tortillas and just kind of dip it in the broth and like just crisp them up on a pan a little bit. Really, really good. So a few different ways you can use this beef. Today I'm going to be showing you one way. We're going to be making carnitas with it, which is just, it just translates to little meats, but they're little tacos. You can make taco salad with it. You can do burrito bowls. You can make sandwiches. Like, it's so versatile. Like, this is why I chose this specifically, the braised beef, because you could just do so many things with it. And the great thing about these little carnitas, they can hold a lot. So don't be afraid to stuff these bad boys. And then we're gonna do some of that salsa. There's some heat in the salsa, so if you don't like much heat, use like a quarter of the amount that I use, which is, you're probably going to use maybe a tablespoon of the canned jalapenos rather than like half a cup like I did. So just be aware of that. We're going to do a little bit of feta because I don't have any, I think it's called queso fresca, which just translates to fresh cheese. This is the next best alternative. Add some nice saltiness too. And for just a bit of the crunch factor, we're going to do a bit of radish. I'll just cut up a bit of lime on the side here real quick. Then of course, if you want to add a little extra lime juice, you can go right ahead. Without any further ado, let's give the tacos a bit of a taste. So I'm going to squeeze a little lime on there. There's a nice heat to it. Nice saltiness, and the beef is so tender. So give it a try. Remember, like I said, you can do tacos, you can do nachos, you can do burrito bowls. It's so versatile. You can make almost anything with this. It's easy to just pack up and go. I highly suggest the taco salad if you don't have time to warm up your food during the day. If not, slap your beef in a container, take your tortillas in maybe a Ziploc bag, and then maybe just have another container for all of the toppings if that's what you want to do. So thank you everyone for cooking with me. I hope you enjoy this, and don't forget to post your photos and tag me in your photos on Facebook and Instagram at justine.cooks.